Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super cool Windaway bracelet, and this was designed by Looms on Instagram. Sorry if I butchered that. I will have her name in the description box below, and I'll bring it up here in just a second. But first I just wanted to give you guys a good look at this bracelet. So this is what it looks like. It does work best in limited edition bands, however I used opaques in mine, so it's kind of bumpy on the top. You might be able to see, and while you're making it you'll be able to tell. It's pretty cool. So let me bring up her profile here. So it is _Looms. Again, I hope that I got that pronunciation right, but I'm sorry if I butchered that. So this is her account, and she posts a lot of really nice pictures. Her color combinations are always just super great, and her pictures are always really clear, so you can scroll through her account and just look through everything that she has posted, and make sure to follow her on Instagram if you do have an Instagram. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make this. So today you're going to be needing a hook. I'm going to use my crochet hook, but you don't necessarily need a double-ended one, it just needs to work. You're also going to need some bands, so I'm going to be using 3 colors today, and this one I only used 2. So for the outside, which I used Moon Solar for, I am using Rose Jelly today. Then for the black bands that are the cap band down here, and then the bands that are kind of upraised or in ridges, I will be using Ocean Blue for. And then for the bands kind of behind that aren't as raised, I will be using Navy Blue for. So let's go ahead and get started. You're also going to need a C-clip up at the top. So to start, you're going to go ahead and take one of your Ocean Blue bands. You're going to cap it on your hook. You're going to take your Navy Blue band and pull it through. And then you're going to lift one of the cap band loops, it doesn't really matter which one. Then you're going to take a Rose Jelly band and pull this through the first 2. And lift the outside one, make sure that your bands stay in order and you are lifting that dark blue band. You're now going to flip this around on your hook, and then you're going to take this dark blue loop off and lift the Ocean Blue. And then you're going to take another Rose Jelly band and pull this through the first 2, lift the outer one. So now you should have a standard 6 loop setup in kind of these color coordinations. And then what you're going to go ahead and do is take an Ocean Blue band, and you're going to pull it through the first 4 loops. And you're going to go ahead and lift all 4 loops back up and onto your hook. So if you have done hook-only designs, you'll know that by doing this, this Ocean Blue band will be very easy to just pull out of the bracelet at this point. So probably try not to do that. You will want to arrange those outer 2, and if your band ends up looking something like this, just try to pull it down in between these bands here. So you're eventually going to want to end up with something like this so far. So once you have something like this, you're going to go ahead and take 2 Rose Jelly bands, and you're going to pull the first one through the first 3 loops. You're going to lift the first loop, which is the Ocean Blue, and the last loop, which is the other Rose Jelly. Now we want to turn this around on our hook, but be careful with this Ocean Blue band because it will still come off. So if you pull on it, it'll come off. So try not to do that. If it does happen, you'll just have to start again. So you're just going to go ahead and turn this around. Make sure you are reclaiming all of the bands. Okay. So once you turn it around, you're going to want to have something like this. And if your bands become, I guess, untwisted or I mean if they become out of order, sorry, I couldn't think of the word. They become out of order, just leave them. We'll fix them in a second. So you're going to take your second Rose Jelly band and pull this through the first 3. You'll lift 1 and 3 and reattach. So you can see from here that this Ocean Blue band is supposed to be crossed over top of this Rose Jelly band. Now it can get a little bit difficult to do this because this Ocean Blue band is still kind of difficult to deal with. But you're going to make sure that it looks something like this. And once you have something like this, you're going to want to take a navy blue band, and you're going to pull this through the first 8 loops. So all the way up to here. Before you close, you're going to lift the 2nd loop and the 5th loop, and then the 7th and 8th loops. And then you're going to rearrange those outer 2 loops so that they are on the outside. So this is what it will look like after you have done that. You should have 8 loops on your hook. And now at this point we're going to go ahead and take an ocean blue band. And this is where we start the sequence. So you're going to take your ocean blue band, pull it through the first 5 loops rather than 4 like we did last time. You're going to lift all 5 loops up onto your hook again, and you're just going to rearrange those outer 3 so that they stay on the outside. And then make sure that that ocean blue band does not come off again. This ocean blue band here, or whatever color you're using, will always be able to come off until you pull through this navy blue band for the next section. So just be aware of that when you are dealing with bands, just so that it doesn't end up falling apart. Now you're going to take your 2 rose jelly bands. First one, you're going to pull through the first 4 loops as opposed to the first 3. So pull it through the first 4, lift the first one, and the last one. So it's the same concept, just a little bit different because you have a different number of bands on your hook. I'm going to go ahead and turn this around on your hook. You can do that whichever way you like. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Try to make sure that your bands stay in order. If they don't, you can always adjust them. Going to take your 2nd rose jelly band, pull it through the first 4, lift the first and the last band, and kind of make sure that it looks like this. So once you have this, you're going to go ahead and take a navy blue band, and if your bands look kind of weird here, don't worry about it. As long as they're crossed correctly, it'll be fixed. So you're going to take your navy blue jelly band, or not your navy blue jelly, just your navy blue band, and pull it through the first 8. You're going to want to make sure that those bands stay in order, and if they aren't, then put them in order. You're going to lift the 2nd, the 5th, and then the outside 2, or the 7th and 8th loops. And you can kind of just pull on this. This bracelet is a little bit fiddly or finicky, so just move it around if you like, and make sure that it looks right. So I'm going to show you this sequence 2 more times. You're going to take your ocean blue band, pull it through the first 5 loops, lift all 5 of those back up onto your hook, and then arrange the outer 3 so that they are on the outside. After you have done that, you'll take your 2 rose jelly bands, pull the first band through the first 4, through the first 4. You'll lift the first and the 4th loop here. You're going to go ahead and turn this around on your hook. It can take a little while to get used to turning this around on your hook, but if you have a double and a crochet hook, you can use that too. You'll take your 2nd rose jelly band, pull through the first 4, lift the first and the last band. Make sure that all of your bands are in order. Take a navy blue band, pull it through the first 8. You will lift the 2nd one, the 5th one, and then the 7th and 8th one. Once you put that back on, you'll rearrange these 2 outer bands so that they are on the outside. And if you look and kind of pull on this bracelet a little bit, you'll notice that these ocean blue bands are pretty raised and bumpy, so that's what I meant at the beginning. That's what it should be like. So I'll show you one last time, and then I'll show you how to finish this off. So you're going to take your ocean blue band, pull through the first 5, then lift all 5 back up onto your hook and rearrange the outer 3. Okay, once you've done that, just kind of fiddle with your bands a little bit. Then you're going to take 2 rose jelly bands. Going to take your first one, pull it through the first 4, lifting the first and 4th one. Now go ahead and turn this around, whichever way you prefer to do that. Make sure you're picking up all of the bands again. Then you'll take your 2nd rose jelly through the first 4, lifting the first and last band. Make sure that your bands are in order, they're crossed over correctly. You'll take your navy blue band, pull it through the first 8, you can, then lift, I guess, the 2nd, 5th, and 7th and 8th loop. Reattach. Rearrange that so that those 2 rose jelly bands here are on the outside. And you will continue that process until you have made it long enough for your wrist size. So once you are at that point, I'll show you how to finish this off, but for now go ahead and pause the video and come back when you are finished. So to finish this bracelet off, it was very simple. You're going to want to end with your navy blue band here. You're just going to take 1 rose jelly and pull it through all 8 loops. So hopefully you do have 8 loops. If you do, you did it right. Otherwise, you probably made a mistake. But you're just going to pull through 1 rose jelly through all of those 8 loops and reattach. Then you'll attach your C-clip up here, attach it down to the cap band, and you'll be finished. So that is what your bracelet should look like at the end. Obviously a lot longer, something like this. But for now, that is going to do it for this tutorial. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll have Looms' name in the description box below. And make sure to check her out on Instagram, give her a follow for me, but that is all I'm going to have for this video, so I hope to see you guys next time.